what you do, when they get out as long as you want to be chopped.
Well, that's what Byron told me I could do is chop them up. I mean, they're everywhere. Y'all, I can put one seed.
Yeah. Them things are motherfucking that.
Honey, you're not telling me they already are.
Well, see what you do is get the kind that'll go around and around.
Boys, I'm wise to you. Anyway, I mean, I got those little little pumpkins.
Yeah.
I got a zillion of them already.
But
I only wanted 3.
If you don't throw some of them off, it ain't gonna do anything.
What do you mean?
Mine was just so much.
But I only wanted 3.
Well, yeah.
I got you, Frida. Oh, ick.
It's no fat, huh?
No taste.
What's cooking?
What you been up to, son?
Hog log.
Doing all right.
Well, I tell you what, now they can
This
say
boy
what
I'm talking to you about,
Well, people
he got him a job as
that
supervisor of the construction
crew. Live to be 90 years old.
CATV company up there. He
I
got
still
fixed
says
it.
how much you eat. It ain't what you eat. It has little to do with it, but most of it, the point is how big a pie do you put in there? Shoot, man, I done got
He
fish.
gets the hell out or does something.
Well, they better. They can sell it. Yeah.
That's true.
Give me 2 drops, put in on it, July 1st of July, and see if that's, it's done. Chemicals gonna stop people from eating. Then if,
Yeah, I believe that.
whatever it has to do after that.
Hey,
I think on it, all right. Yes, hell. Farmers, chemicals.
Well, he was, of course, that's his background. He's done that for chemical
Got
company.
away from
where'd he get
farmers that had
He's
people.
supervising the construction crews for
and on top of that,
CATV.
In the gathering. Look at him sit up. Being his rude self. Say hello to posterity, Dwayne.
hello posterity.
Where he is, you know, or
Uh-oh, I see the swing girl in there. Uh-oh, there's the swing girl. All right. Say
who everybody's names are, Byron.
say something intelligent or do the best you can.
we can't leave that part.
Santa's watching you, dear. That's all we know.
Here's Miss Rita and Miss Frida, and I don't know who the one with the flicky things on her head is, but
With the horns.
with the horns.
She probably has Santa in the right ear, so we need to.
That's right. You've been naughty.
Let me get the pictures of the latest edition here. What's her name, Lydia?
I don't think I've seen Lydia.
Hey, sweetie. Hey.
Sack or anything.
Hey.
That'll do it.
Hey.
Keep them.
She said, I'd like to play with it.
Yeah.
Get out here in case the lens breaks, it won't shatter in the house in
Yeah, but they hit you in the eyes.
there. James with his Union shirt on.
100%.
There's old ball boy in here. Getting Santa Claus. You look real natural there, son. You look real natural.
It was good.
Right on the couch sitting right there. Right on that wall. Of course, I was kind of glad because they were all giving me the once over.
All right, Christine. Say something intelligent.
Did you take the date, Byron?
Yeah. Yes.
Is that intelligent enough for you? Lydia, what do you do for fun outside of
that's the
If you
way.
keep on messing with it, we gonna put it in the appropriate place.
Wave at the camera, doll. Wave
They
at
gonna let
the smile. Next year, doll's gonna have me my chicken feeder, aren't you, sweetie pie?
Whenever you house some chickens, I'll get you a chicken.
I'm gonna buy me a chicken, then you're gonna have to give me one.
We'll have to buy.
I want your chicken and a rooster.
No, you just said chicken, now you change the story.
She's a messy girl too. We made her leave it before. Feel like she is. I mean, I know it can't be that much.
I don't know.
She feels so much
Who?
lighter.
Okay, doll, open your present.
And you see it early, right?
Oh, there you are.
Now, let me see now if I want to trade anything with Frida here.
Got the same thing Frida has.
See, I know I may want to trade something with her though. I may not want. I may like something better than. Great, yeah.
When you get in, do I bring them back for a refill?
Yeah.
There's AC, there's doll.
We had to put up 2 days for that.
Did you really? I know about how much you put up into it.
He did help. He did help.
Did you really?
Sure he does.
Well, good for you.
Well, let me come check and see what wood we get.
And I grow
Ooh,
got
my
all kinds of
favorite
stuff.
stuff.
Oh, wow.
My favorite. And there's Dole stealing.
Give me my dead blame jar and get out of here. I swear. Well, I'll take this one then.
Yeah, 'cause they're early. Wow, Christine.
Let's see. That's blackberry jelly. That's
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Well, you got,
Christine, we
well, you know
appreciate
it doesn't pack well to China, for a trip to China. So,
Yeah.
you can just leave it with me.
Well, we got the same old thing for
I
you.
I
Here, doll.
stuffed it with paper so it
There's
would
your
dry.
fruitcake now. So
Okay.
Don't say you didn't get a fruitcake for you for your Christmas.
Thank you.
Christine.
Appreciate it.
Okay, AC, you have to smile.
Candy cane.
Eee.
Miss Frida.
Especially out in the car.
There's your
Leave it out in
fruitcake.
the car with the kids.
I guess you made that, didn't you?
I made that.
No, that's a DeSalvo
I made that.
product.
Well, he made the trip from Atlanta with it. That's
Well, I
what he
guarantee you, this is a new Christmas wrapping here.
I see that it is. Okay, well, good. I love
The whole pack is for me. You get the pieces. There's Holly. Holly, turn around.
I guess that's it, dear. Now, Alec, now tell me what you really think about your son-in-law now. Come on now. I'm going to put this on tape now.
Well, I think he's a fine fellow, gentleman in his calling. He was a good Samaritan while he was in Macon, Georgia, and he's physical fit. He's I think that he's going to be I think he's going to be a wheeler and a dealer.
Hey, me.
Byron, put that thing up.
Well, I'm recording for posterity
I'm gonna
here.
do like you always did me. I've got several pictures of you like this. Every time I take a picture of him and Frida,
Did you know you might get your own television? Do it again.
I doubt it. Every time I'd want him and Frida a picture of the two of them, he'd stand beside her and he'd stick out his tongue.
Get Holly over here eating
He hasn't changed. He was like this when he was young.
I've always been a nice guy, haven't I?
Full of it. Devilment. Really. He was always getting in everything. Byron, take that thing and go.
Well, it says twice, 4 times. It says twice, 4 times at 4 is no problem.
You better read that again,
Read
Alec.
it again. What does it say?
Twice a night at par 4 is no problem.
I don't think
Twice
that's
a
what
night
it
at 40 is no problem. Ain't that what it said?
He better get his. He not only needs a psychiatrist, he needs.
Now, I don't know what that.
This is supposed to be a similarity of a woman's breast with a nipple on it. I reckon that's what it is. I don't know what it is.
No, that's, you see what it says, don't you? You push it. Now, tell me what they're talking about, Eric. I don't understand what they're talking about now. Twice a night at 40 is no problem. What do you mean by that?
He's getting
Sound like Bull Rabbit having a ball.
It sounds like somebody don't believe it to me, don't you?
yeah. He's getting great inspiration out of this.
Well, that was from my birthday.
Well, they gave her that for her birthday, and I really didn't understand it.
I can't understand why nobody gives this.
Yeah. And Freedom?
That's cute.
They gave her that too, and I don't understand that either. Tell me, explain that one to me.
There you go.
Mercy. Well, hope you don't
Hold it up, Freedom.
you get 40.
You have to read the note on the side.
After you turn 40, everything begins to sag. The extra cup is for your chin.
I couldn't figure out what that one in the middle was for. I couldn't understand that. I've never seen anything like that.
You know, they don't have anything to do they? When they think
That's what those teachers do all the time.
I like that one better than
Oh,
that.
take one of him.
Put that sucker on there.
Look,
Of who?
That
Oh
way,
wait, honey. Oh, that's you, baby. That's you.
that way you can really do windshield wiper go.
Does Doyle have an empty bedroom, honey? Ooh.
Lord might only design 3 instead of 2. You know that?
Christine, if somebody gave you a bar of soap with no note on it and nothing, didn't have anything on it, what would you think? If at your birthday party somebody gave you a bar of soap?
What would I think?
Yeah, what would you think?
You want me to say that they want me to take a bath?
Well, that's what they gave her. They gave her a bar of soap. Now, I want you to explain that one to me. Give that to Christine. And I don't understand what they were trying to say.
Better watch out.
I can't understand what they're trying to tell her by giving her something like that.
Is that an animal?
It's got a rope on it, you ain't gonna lose it.
You put it. I know where you're supposed to hang it around your neck while you're taking your bath. So what you supposed to do with that thing?
You sure can't put it around your waist, it doesn't tie.
Is that an animal?
Have you been out of town a lot?
No, show it to
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything like that.
I never have either.
Well,
Let's
they
see,
gave
what's
her-
it got in it?
It's a bar of soap.
It's so
It's a candle, Kristen.
Boy, it really is so. You know I'm so I can't read without my glasses.
Eastern onion.
Onion. Onion?
Well, I couldn't figure out what they meant by giving her a bar of soap. I've just been trying to figure that out.
Read that.
What does it say, Freddie?
Mr. Tallywhacker, the soap with heart on it.
These are teachers. These are counselors.
You need to hold on to that and find somebody to give it to, Chris.
Oh, it makes the rounds. Every 40th birthday, the person gets that.
That's the community gift for the school that goes around. But I thought some of them were pretty good. She got a couple that were pretty good. But I couldn't figure out what to do with the soap.
Well, I like that one best of all.
It ain't her. You ain't shit.
Ooh.
Yeah, they fired her, but we haven't bring her back.
That's because it was wrongful termination.
When she goes up front of that judge, we got to make enough action. She going back to work.
No, we don't. I put her back yesterday. I called her and put her back yesterday. Because I didn't want to go to court, I'll tell you the truth, man.
And that's one of your better employees, huh?
Yeah, that's one of the mediocres.
Now let's see, guys. Y'all all lean back and get your guts sticking out now. AC's doing a good job. Byron's doing a good job. Let's see. Come on now. Dole, get your gut out. Come on, Dole. Quit acting like you're deaf. Turn on those damn bell tones and get your gut sticking out. Come on,
Well, that's
John.
all I can get sticking out.
Ooh, baby. Well, it's not my problem. I guess that's Nell's problem. Okay.
And I get my Burt Reynolds glasses on.
Honey, you're looking handsome.
Oh, Lord.
I'm going to send this to, who should I send this to for the gorgeous men?
Inside Believe it or not or something.
Send it to the TV station. They'll probably.
Okay, Horace, what do you have to say to this group? They're pretty bad. Uh-huh.
He's sitting there plotting how to get that quarter. I know what he's doing.
Sometimes, Deborah, I think I'm in the wrong crowd.
Fine, we got the quarter.
They've been sitting there talking about.
I don't see the quarter.
Oh, no, I said
He
I
got it covered up. Oh, me. It's passed around 2 or 3 times, but I've been whooped about 4 times on it.
All right, darling.
Yes, dear.
Here, I'm going to let you be.
Right after you fed them here, get a good shot of them.
I wouldn't. I was where live where mine was. I wouldn't drive down every day for it.
No, this is one I've
It'd
had
be a long trip.
for a while.
I can hop on the interstate.
He's just lying. He ain't got
Let's see now, Frida. Let's see how Frida looks here after she's pigged out.
I wouldn't do that with all that trash to get that with, unreal myself.
Do you have today's date on it here?
Yeah, I know.
Here's Doyle's best side.
the intelligent side.
And what I do, I got time.
Oh, come on now, you got to give something for posterity.
He's gonna tell you his fish died.
Some word of wisdom now, Harv.
Like lotion that can be ethnic cleansing, I guess.
Number shy. Tell me about Bill, the guy that you love so much. Come on now, let's get a close up now, so you can.
He's not any
We're
better or
gonna
worse
show
than
this to your
anybody else.
grandkids.
Yeah, we're gonna show this to your grandkids. So tell me about Bill now. Come on. I'm damn it.
Clemens, the gentleman, is not what he can do for you, is what he can do to you.
But boy, that's right. He could do it to you too. Now, how do you feel about that, Christine?
I like him all right. I think he's just as good or better than anybody else.
Oh God, another Democrat over
What do you
here.
think about him? He just couldn't, he saw pretty things and he
Look here.
I just don't know.
Roosevelt had.
Okay. Today is Saturday, May the 1st, and that is Alec and Byron and Rita and her boyfriend Jimmy and David Holmes, Byron's niece and nephew. And now they're all the bullshit's going. I mean, oops.
Now, Jimmy, you just go home now. All right, you ready? Not yet. Come on now. He did go get his gun.
Well, the last time Doyle was the winner, I have to say. There's Doyle. We're out on his place in Pinehurst.
Yeah, you have to marinate him for a while. Soak him out. I wouldn't be on the back side of that arm when it comes around. They way back. You know where the hospital is. Okay, is everybody ready? Hey, I want. Pull. You ready? Pull.
Ah! Well, that was.
Why'd you head on the back? What are you doing with that top? There you go. Bring it forward. Look now. Come on now. All right.
Hello, handsome.
That's 6 inch. Go pick that thing up. Whoa. I got a piece of that. Oh, a piece of it, my butt. You didn't get nothing. Come on, Jim. Look at this boy here. Got a fancy one here. That's good. Both of them.
This is part 3 of the shooting.
Yes, I'm good. Let's just put it like this. Not what we used to.
You better say the date,
And
honey.
sometimes the children won't hit you.
Well, I can't complain.
That's true.
All what I done.
17th of September, 2000.
Because they was right there to help me put on Ralph's diapers and help me every week.
That's
Where is the girl at?
one of the traits.
Rita?
I'm afraid to tell you that.
Oh, honey, I know.
You figured that one out?
Frida? Yeah,
Yeah,
she's in
Frida.
Macon, lives in Macon.
I hadn't seen her since she had no
Think you
children.
made Freedom out?
We gonna get together
Oh,
for
yes,
too
we
long,
can.
if we can just see if we can get all of them
We had
together.
party last night. and-
Sure need
and
it.
all afternoon.
And have
we
just
ate
a-
dinner together.
Ain't no bologna sandwich now. I want a big old ham
I
with you.
don't like bologna. I like it all right, but I biffed it all day. I don't want the
Well, you
bologna.
enjoyed a long time.
That's your big hours.
Oh, man.
You know, they're talking about, bologna changed to sugar.
The hotel was right in the same parking lot as the restaurant. It was right there. So.
And half smart, he would have buried it deep enough and wrapped it in a tarp. And then, middle of the year, he could have dug it up and kept using it.
That's right. Yeah, smart as we are.
That's right.
And our
Oh,
one,
my goodness.
our
AC,
brother-in-law out at
and
the
Christine
river,
will
he
have her
lost
picture
his boat
taken.
3 times and collected on
We're
it.
just
Oh,
sitting out
really?
here gabbing on a
Yeah,
Sunday
we
afternoon.
Old Tiny collected 2 or 3 times on a boat out there. Yeah,
That's what he's talking about, I think.
time.
Collected on it.
And after you collect the insurance, you find the boat.
Oh.
I liked it, but the stones kept coming out of it. So I returned and got a credit, so I told him he could spend part of my money and buy a can for it.
Good gracious alive. That's enough to break anything.
Come on, take off those movie glasses, movie star
No, I
glasses.
can't do that. Man. My eyes will shine.
You know what it is, don't you? It's the top of his head. The glare on top of his head makes his eyes hurt.
Oh, is that it?
No, it ain't bald.
So that's that fire. I know.
You know what's bald head is?
What?
It's a solar panel for a sex machine.
Ooh, baby. Well, Byron, let me get the razor, hell. Shoot. Yeah. Christine, you
Stick
may as
the
well
tongue
give
out
it up.
there.
That's what he always did. When he was growing up. I'd
And a
take
fella's
picture of
brain
him and
go
Trina.
bad. They lose it back.
Why is that? You don't have enough brains to come out and lose it? Huh?
No, you know what? Plants that grow good in sawdust.
Smile, sweetie.
Hello, dear. Last week he bought this thing, and I'm out in the garden. My hat on, no makeup, big shirt, long pants. I look like something
Hello, you look nice.
from the homeless shelter, and he... You gonna think cheesecake.
Made out of lemon.
Yeah.
Well, that one you have to hold it still, because, I mean, you get all this business.
Get that jumping bean.
Yeah. Well, we drove up to Commerce, Georgia, because they've got a Magnavox factory out.
If you sat down here.
You're less than your brother.
Uh-oh. How much?
Oh, I can look at that. He looks like a sentimental mule over there.
Yeah, we need to go take a look at his shop.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
open.
Nice. He did a good job
Man,
on
he's
that.
looking at a house in there.
Yeah, let me go look.
That's Bitey's Bordello.
Smile, Ellie.
You won't let him fill it up, though, will you?
Doggone right. I told him, I said, the boys can play cards, but they can't smell like cheap perfume when they come back.
Well, wait a minute. We wouldn't fool that cheap perfume kind. We want that high price
All
stuff.
right, well, that's fine.
Cash register
Well, what's Meredith in the hospital about? Emphysema?
It was, she said that they thought she had the pneumonia or the flu along with that. And
Oh,
she said,
goodness.
she said the doctor didn't tell her, but
Hardly talked, but it was out of breath. So she just got
Oh, well.
When else is supposed to go to every day?
The 12.
I tell you what, it takes a whole wide angle to get both of y'all in here.
Look, I just read the chart. For somebody his height to be healthy, he's supposed to weigh 175.
Well, honey, I weigh 175.
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Andrews, you're on now, son.
I'm on, but you can't solve the world problems the way they are today. With these executives from the telephone company making $225 a year, and
225, that's just their contingency fund, son. About 1.5 is normal.
if you don't like the way I do business, you just hit the road.
Mr. Holmes, you're on now. Your turn.
Sure effect, man.
Now,
You're taking the bellies now.
now we're zeroing in on what you'll look like if you keep eating all that stuffed turkey.
I'm gonna turn that thing on you after a while.
That was a break. You turn it on fat turkey, yeah.
And here is Mr. Hollywood.
Then my Burt Reynolds glasses, and my hairdo. You forgot your toothpaste.
Did you comb your hair, Bob?
Huh?
Did you comb your hair?
No, I didn't comb my hair. You didn't get my like I got my hair fixed.
And nothing there to comb, son. I hate to tell you. Just zoom in on that head there.
Yeah.
Take a big head down, no.
That's the best zoom that thing has had.
Now, I noticed he's a little thinner.
Not by much.
Hurry up.
Well, every little bit helps.
I'm going to hold it till you breathe, Ellie.
Tickle him for he doesn't tell him he has to breathe. That's what I do to Byron when he starts that silliness with me.
Go ahead,
Come on, you
let it
little
out.
Oh,
Let it
Joel,
out.
can I have your signature, your auto?
Oh, Lord.
Make a picture.
Or something.
Well, you know what? All I like being Tom Selleck is the mustache.
Oh, that's it. I knew. Aren't
You're a
you
little
there?
taller.
But you know what I tell him his bald head is? It's not a bald head no more.
You're fighting dandruff.
No, It's a solar panel for a sex machine.
Where'd you put that turkey?
Hey, Byron was the cook. Well, some of that stuff you're drinking, I don't know. Hey.
It helps me along.
Whatever.
I have binoculars on my front porch, and
That weed, what doesn't do him any harm.
Stayed in service 22 years.
Say something profound, Ellie.
It's unusual. Generally go for
Got you on the tape here, son. Say something profound.
Say something intelligent.
I'm afraid of that tape you
United
got.
States Bank.
Tape gets you in a lot of trouble.
Take that plumber. He made pretty good little jackleg plumber. But now, he could play anything, blow any kind of horn. One little, tell me about one little boy he had. He whipped his little finger. Is that thing on? Because he wouldn't do what he told him.
You think about what? Come on now.
Turn that thing off and I'll talk to you.
Now sticking his damn tongue out, ain't you? No imagination whatsoever.
That's right. Especially the old man. He never had any imagination.
He too busy smoking.
He's too busy smoking. That's right. He rolled his own with those old Prince.
That's even worse.
Oh man, all of his life he rolled his own those old Prince Albert things.
Prehistoric joint.
Right.
Roll one and smoke that.
Right. It was.
What you ought to do, Alec, is you ought to make up an invoice for all of the investment that you got in him, and go over there and give it to him and say, now give me one of them damn cigars.
Yeah. Be out of town on the 15th.
Hello.
Damn thing.
Just be your natural self,
I
darling.
am, Don. Get that profile.
Oh, I got it.
Oh, good.
It's kind of hard to get all the nose in it, but I got it.
Come to Cornell or CAC or something. I ain't hitting
Oh, payback now. Ooh.
He owes me big time, Fred. Fred, better leave the door unlocked.
I wouldn't have said that.
Yeah, hey.
Yeah, his name was Jesse. And we were running into him at one restaurant eating. They was in a booth, and J.W. was sitting around in the booth with her, you know. And they're our age, you know, my age. I said, J.W., I said, you don't get that far away from it all these years, and they sitting that close to her? He said, that ain't why I'm sitting close to her. She said, if I sit over there on the other side, she could reach over and just slap the stew out of her. Said, I could sit you and buy her right side of her, she ain't got near as much will. Stroke.
Are you left or right handed?
I'll never tell. I can do both.
ever since he sat down at our table.
Let him sue. I don't care.
I'd have liked to bit me one time.
I
Wait.
was just letting you commune with nature.
Wait till that cobra gets in that I got in the bucket.
Did you run that water pipe out there by the garage?
Yes, sir.
How deep did you put it?
About 6 foot.
No.
6 foot.
Guilty conscience, that
They're getting away with the subway.
Well, did you help him with that, Craig?
No, it was
I don't have any of that. No.
He doesn't have to know what you know.
What's he bothering you about, Christine?
He's paranoid, I think, because he asked what we're afraid of talking about him.
Oh, his ears were burning.
I told him y'all were talking about him.
Oh, you did?
You're not supposed to say anything without him hearing
He
it.
hadn't even mentioned you. I'm sorry.
Wait till you see that porch right over yonder on the back side. That's how I would be. I would be.
Could go to Hedgerow Heights.
You want to go where you feel at home, though.
Yeah.
Well, what we need to do, we need to run us a restaurant. That's all they could.
We'll take everybody out to Hedgerow Heights, where the waiters are all dressed in tuxedos with the little white, with the picture coming out of there.
Oh, that's the Gold Club.
Down in Byron where it says bury it all.
That's the Gold Club you're thinking about.
Motisa?
Christine, don't want to
Wait a minute now. Don't tell me y'all messed around. I know somebody messed around by golly till the very last day. Did
One year we almost didn't have it.
but somebody messing around.
I wonder who that
Yeah,
was.
but y'all put me to damn work that
I
year.
don't know who that was. I can't remember.
His last initial was Alec, though.
Was it?
His initial?
Now we went out on 8. I got to throw and I said, ain't no damn fish. I kept telling myself, ain't no damn fish in this pond. And I pulled out one bass about like this, and after a while, I pulled out another one. That's 2. Yeah. And I hung on something so damn big, it run off out yonder with it.
He had some damage to her optic nerve when they diagnosed her, so she'd had trouble.
No, they loved it.
She had it pretty bad for her as young as she was. Hell, 26.
Isn't 30 extremely high?
Oh,
Very high.
15 is high.
That's what I was thinking. It's supposed to be like 10 or something.
12, yeah.
10 or 12?
Yeah.
No, anything over 20 they get concerned about.
Well,
Is it?
yeah, 20 is high.
20 is high.
Because mine was 18 or 17, and he said that's on the border. But I only see him every other year. But I mean, he knows the family history and stuff.
Tell me about your trip to Las Vegas now.
That may be what they're going to do with. I don't know.
Use the ants on the ground.
They did laser surgery on Mother. I don't know.
Tell them about them tarantulas that stood on his hind legs
Right.
his head.
And had red tongues.
And they stood up that high.
Where was this now?
Falstad.
Cavern, so don't step on any of them.
That's where we're going.
Really, seriously, they are out there. They crawl at night. They're just everywhere.
Right, and it says they have snake signs, beware the rattlesnakes, beware the tarantula.
That would take care of me.
Sounds like my kind of place. Well, we're going to go to Monument Valley, too. I've never been.
And
I want to go to Jackson Hole, Wyoming.
Go to Victoria.
That's where we're going. I want to go to
and
Bouchard
they
Gardens. I want to go do all
went
that.
down the road.
What's that,
we
Empire
just said,
Hotel?
Where are you going? He said
It's supposed to be a must if you go there.
down there.
They'll just keep
Is that Deadwood?
Oh, I'm ready. That's where I want to go.
That's where the biggest nugget, gold nugget is found in the world, right there.
I've been
Where?
down there before.
Deadwood, south.
Let me ask y'all this. Where do y'all get all the money to make these trips become a reality?
He's a movie director.
Well, some of us work. Hey,
On fixed income.
The labor union, Mr. Doyle Holmes, are all about
Don't
wages,
hit me, don't hit me.
friends benefits,
That's
and
right.
working conditions. Wait a minute now, let me get through.
That's
and
right.
fairness in the workplace. And how many damn shops do you find in the great city of Cordele, Vienna, Albany, Hazelhurst, all down in your South Georgia has workplace fairness? These school teachers need an adjustment in pay. But let me tell you something. They have more
Reducement or adjustment?
a sexual adjustment. But anyway,
sexual?
Whoa!
Oh, call my attorney. Call the attorney.
but see, where y'all think a union doesn't help you?
The union officials and the unions is in it for union
No,
benefit.
no.
They don't give a darn about them
That's
workers.
where you're wrong.
They're
That's
unnecessary
where you're
evil.
wrong. Let me tell you what.
Unnecessary evil.
That's right. But the union executives, the one that run it, they don't give a darn about the Joe
No,
Bulachi in this
no.
shop. They're in it for themselves.
Drop it. I don't want to hear that.
That's true. I mean,
I lived it 40 years.
I mean, it's
The
like
wife has spoken.
these politicians. They don't care about the people. They're in it for themselves.
Well, don't get too shook up now.
I'm not.
All right, it's gonna get your eye pressure.
Remember your blood pressure now, Doyle.
Yeah, I don't want to get excited.
I'll come make some more pictures with you.
You don't want to hear it anymore.
It's like everything else has got
Who has more fun than people? You know what? It hasn't treated you all that damn bad. You may say it has, but it hasn't.
I feel the rebuttal
They
coming.
treated me at all. I mean, it's a paycheck.
The hell it did.
That's it.
Sent your two youngest for school.
Not much.
Man, this has been a day of marital discord. I tell you, honey, it's a good thing we're just the newlywed. Usually he gets me when I've been cutting grass. Oh, get Brett's lawnmower. Huh? Hello, darling.
Hello,
Are you
sweetie.
getting my best side?
Yes, ma'am. I'm zooming in on the cellulite.
Thank you. It's right back here. Almost cellulite is
Put it down. I want to talk
Stuff
now.
over there on the side of your house.
It's Pakistan. It's a ground cover.
What about something like that for our driveway or something?
It's a ground cover. It's called packing.
It dies in the winter.
P-A-C-H-Y-S-A-N-D-R. Like
It dies
packing
in the
sand.
winter.
No, it doesn't. Stays spring year round. Front view. Come on. Let's get the other way. Come on, you chubs. That's getting even for making my fat leg
I was
picture.
just trying to look like Big John. See that? He don't even have to pooch it out.
Big John, I'm getting you, buddy. I'm getting you. I'm gonna get your brother now and get even. This is called payback.
He's just a natural
I'm
beauty.
looking at those little pudgy chipmunk cheeks. Let's see, where's that gut? Let's see, let me see if I can get in on it. Good and close there, yeah. Uh-huh.
You might better put that thing
No, I'm getting you guys. Okay, boys, smile and wave at the camera.
You're going to be jiggling all over the place the way you're doing it.
I'm looking at your...
Brent Coffin. He got him.
Yeah.
And he had just got that thing, you know. And man, he was catching it, you know. Man, he had some good views and everything else, you know.
Good pass.
Yeah, man. Said he didn't think about what he was doing, this, that, the other. Said, and man, he had a better plane view of the ground than anything else. So walking around with that thing.
He forgot to turn it off and walking around taking a picture of the ground.
He said it was a good view.
Well, at least he could trace where he had been that day, you know. He could go back, trace his steps right to the spot.
And he was telling it that laughing himself, you know.
Well, that's easy to do if you forget to turn it off, you know, and it's easy to forget to turn it off when you finish.
We're going to do that, Big John, when we go to the Grand Canyon. We're going to get a picture of the big hole.
Yeah. Me. Well, I showed him the film that we took Saturday of Doyle and Ellick out here getting into their argument about the unions.
And we didn't get the one of AC fussing at you about the speed limit.
Oh, no, we should have had that one too.
What?
About the speed limit. AC got started about the speed limit. And he said that it took 2.5 hours to drive from here to Macon. And I said, how fast do you drive? Well, I drive the speed limit. And if I can't go from here to your house in an hour and a half, I'll quit, you know. And he got hot when I suggested that I could do that, and he couldn't, you know. But he was.
No better.
I can drive all the way from here to his house in Warwick in just 2 hours and 45 minutes, you know. And he just swore, no, you can't. Ain't no way you can drive down in 2 hours and 45 minutes. But I just couldn't believe he'd tell me it'd take 2 hours and a half driving here to Macon. About 90 miles.
Depending on how fast you want to drive.
Well, the distance, I've clocked it many times. The distance is about 101 miles from here to Macon. Well, if you drive 75, you know, just plain arithmetic will tell you that it won't take 2.5 hours.
Now, dear, you're on tape. Your sweet big brother might see this someday.
Well, I don't care. I'll show it to him. I'll tell him he's stupid on tape like I will to his face.
You believe all that?
Ooh, Big John, you might have to be the referee.
We have some ladies making a very good-looking quilt right now, as you see, and we have 3 at the table. I want to get your name first of all, please, ma'am.
Lucy Musselwhite.
Miss Musselwhite, you're working on this beautiful quilt today, and give us the dimensions, if you will, of this quilt.
90 by 108.
Now, this will be a big quilt.
Good size, and it's a kaleidoscope pattern.
All right. Tell us who your friends are right now. Over to your right now. In the middle.
Lois Varner.
All right.
And Bill Harper.
Okay.
Bill Harper.
And do you make quilts as a hobby or?
Hobby. Mm-hmm.
Quilts are
Just because I like to do it.
Is that right?
Right.
Quilts are really in these days, aren't
they? They sure are. They sure are. Everybody wants one, and they try it whether they can do it or not. They try it.
Tell us about this quilt you have right here now. You just, how do you go about selecting the colors and the design?
Well, this is just a random. I saw this in a magazine, and I liked the looks of it. So I got all my scraps together and just went to throwing them together at random and put it together. I thought it would be pretty like that.
If you're to buy a quilt in a store these days, they're very expensive, right?
Right. They sure are. Mm-hmm.
How much would this one cost? Got any idea?
Well, I'd say about $300, this one.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Country look is, of course, back in these days. And
right.
a lot of ladies like these quilts.
Right. They sure do.
Okay.
And everywhere you go, everybody's wanting one and asking you about them. Enjoy it.
What are your comments about the centennial? Good things are happening? A lot of folks getting involved?
Yes, I've been looking forward to this because I like to quilt, and I've been looking forward to it ever since Ruth L. called me.
Okay.
And
now, where do you live at now?
In Cordial.
In Cordial?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's talk to Miss Harper right next to you if we can, and we'll just go right over here and get her. Miss Harper, how are you doing today?
She's Barbara.
I'm sorry. You're Miss Harper. Okay.
I'm fine.
Yeah, they've got you in the middle, I guess, today, right?
Right.
Okay.
Right in the middle.
Do you make quilts very often? Is this a hobby of yours?
It's a hobby, definitely, yes. I haven't made as much as she has because she had a start on me. I started late.
Okay. You're going to be here today for all the activities taking place at the state park. Now, you folks are going, I think, next week, I think, to Albany, to the Albany Mall. And then 2 weeks you'll be going to the Agawam and Tifton. You going to be taking that trip also?
So far as I know.
So far as you know. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Miss Harper, how you doing today?
I'm fine.
All right. You're on the very end. Now on the Northern Heights Baptist Church, the plane crash story. I'm inside right now, one of the residences here in Cordial, or across from the church itself, the residence of Mr. and Mrs. Leon Musselwhite. Mr. Musselwhite, how you doing this morning?
I'm getting along fine.
Okay. A little excitement across the road last night.
It sure was exciting. We were all sitting out here on the porch, and, it was a warm night. And things happened that we wasn't even thinking about. And we heard a commotion and looked up, and that plane was crossing the road there and just plowed right into the top of the church.
Okay. You've got a real nice screened-in porch here, so you're all sitting out here on the porch, you and your family?
Yeah, me and my daughter and her husband and my son, Dwayne, and his family.
Okay. Can you describe for us what happened around 7 o'clock, the events taking place?
Well, actually, we don't know what happened. We heard a kind of a swishing sound, and that plane come across and hit a tree just up from us. Mr. Adkins is in his yard. And then it went on across the 4th Avenue there and hit the top of the church. And it knocked the doors open and the windows all out of the church when it hit. And we run across and looked in the church, thought maybe we might see, some of the occupants of the plane. But we couldn't see anyone, so we run back, and just as we run back, just about the time we got back into the street, they exploded. And it might be a good thing we didn't go in. We couldn't get in. So we were lucky, I guess.
So there was a lapse between the time the plane actually hit the church and the explosion.
Oh, yeah, I'd say probably maybe 4 or 5 minutes. We had time to get over that and look in the church and then back off and get out into the street again.
Oh, it was a very loud explosion, right?
It was a loud explosion. I can't hardly describe it. It was just a big whomp. It wasn't like a shotgun or anything like that. It was just well, I guess it was gasoline or something exploding in the plane. Made that. But it was real terrible times there for a while, and I'm sorry for the people that was in the plane, and sorry for all the people in the church that lost their church. That's really, really bad.
Did you notice the front doors being open as you went across the street? Somebody told us that they thought the front doors were open, possibly knocked open by the plane.
They were open, and we looked in the front door into the church, and we could see the...
Like I said, it went up so fast in flames. So.
Did you actually hear a noise, a plane noise before?
Yeah, I did hear that. Okay. But I was sitting back that way, so I didn't see, what had happened.
You've got a good view on this front porch.
Yes.
Okay. Larry, you told me that you and your wife are from Stockbridge, Georgia?
Right, that's right, Stockbridge.
You're originally from Cordele, is that right?
Right. I was born and raised in Cordele, and we moved up back in '74, and we've been up there ever since.
You were here last night on the front porch.
Right.
Did you see? What did you see?
Pretty much the same thing Mr. Musselwhite described. It's we heard the noise, and we didn't know what it was because it was a squishing noise. There was no motor noise that we heard. It sounded like maybe rotors on a big military helicopter. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden, we heard a noise where the plane must have hit the trees up there, and then we actually saw the thing just pile right into the nose of the roof of the church.
I think you said it knocked the steeple down.
Yeah, it hit the steeple.
Hit the steeple.
And knocked it off first, and then went on into the roof where the roof starts back up.
Could you actually see the top of the plane from this porch here?
We could see the whole plane from here. I was sitting where she is now, and he was sitting over there farther. Yeah. And we heard the first noise, and we saw the white, like a spear, just dove right into the church.
Did it catch on fire right then or later?
It didn't catch on fire. Okay. They had time to run from here over to the church and look in the door before it actually went. I was about halfway between there, and when I saw the explosion, because they'd already got over there and had come back, and when my wife was talking to the 911 on the telephone, I said, "You need the fire department too," because we didn't know what we was going to need to start with. And
well, they asked me. Yeah. The woman on the phone asked me if we needed the ambulance, and I said, "Yeah." Then she said, "Well, is there a fire?" And of course, I could see through the door then out here and saw the fire coming through the roof, and I told her, "Yeah."
But when it did start, it burned very fast. Yeah. Very fast.
Very fast.
Did you say you had a chance to look inside the front doors and see the plane actually lodged in there?
When I got over there, I was there when the first explosion. They were there. They saw the plane hanging down in the thing. But when I got over there, the doors were still open, and you could look up in there, and you could see the front of the plane hanging down in there. And because by then it really.
I'm just asking out of curiosity. You could see the bottom wheels, but you could not the plane.
No, this bottom structure of the plane is all you can see.
The attic sort of
right.
thing. You could not see any people.
But the first thing I saw was a fire just dropping down onto the pulpit where the pastor stands, and then the fire got very intense, and we got back across the road.
Y'all come down quite a bit, I'm sure, to see your folks here in Cordele, and I'm sure you've seen from time to time folks at the church on Saturday night.
Well, that's quite true. There's activity in that church all the time. There was. They getting ready for the Sunday morning services, and there's always some activity with that church.
Okay. Thank you very much.
I appreciate it.
Larry Powell, his wife Glenda, and Mr. Leon Musselwhite here at the Musselwhite residence. We're right across the road from the Northern Heights Baptist Church.